Hey guys, long time no talk. I have seriously been so off my upload game, but I'm here now and I'll be here to stay for the rest of the summer. I haven't posted in a while because honestly, I was really struggling towards the end of spring semester. I got really burnt out. I was overworked. I wasn't spending enough time with the people that I love. I was being really hard on myself, and I kind of found myself falling into a depressive episode, just like really not feeling good. And a lot of the times no one can really tell when I'm having like a good day or a bad day because I still get all my shit done. I'm just suffering through it. So like basically the entire second half of spring semester, I was dissociating throughout the day. I was feeling very like numb, not being present in the moment, not really enjoying life at all. It was just a struggle. It wasn't fun. And so I decided to take a break from posting on YouTube just because I really couldn't bring myself to post. It just took so much energy out of me to do the bare minimum throughout the day. So contributing to content creation was really not one of my priorities. But I did start therapy again, which I actually haven't gone to therapy in maybe 2 years, a year and a half, and it's really helped so far. So I'm continuing to do that. I'm trying to go back to some of my tried and true self-help habits, take my own advice and slow down, be present, things like that. But that was just a little tangent about kind of where I've been mentally. But I am back home for the summer and I've basically spent the last week and a half kind of doing nothing, but I feel like it was much needed rest, and I'm really trying to let myself rest because that is my toxic trait, is I can't sit still. I'm constantly anxious. I'm always thinking about what I could be doing to be more productive, and sometimes that's really not the best thing for me. So I am slowing down, taking a little bit of a break, and getting back into my normal routine at a slower rate. So with that said, I kind of wanted to catch you guys up on my goals, what my plans are continuing and moving forward, and then just overall what I've been up to. I posted a little Instagram story for you guys to ask some questions, so I'm going to be answering some of those. So this is just going to kind of be an all-in-one video, just a catch-up, chat, advice session, everything in one. So first off, I wanted to get into how my semester ended and just overall how things at Clemson are going. Also, I just wanted to apologize. I know the lighting is all over the place. The sun is like peeking in and out. But anyways, I just finished my sophomore year at Clemson, but I am graduating a full year early, so technically I'm seated as a junior, and next year will be my last year. Yeah, I had a really good year. I lived in an apartment with 3 of my best friends. I loved sharing a space, but then also having my room to myself. It was a really good balance of alone time and time with friends. Fall semester was probably the best semester at Clemson I've had so far. It was so fun. All the games were amazing. I went to a ton of sorority events. My classes were really hard my fall semester, but I think I did pretty well for what the workload was. And then as I said before, spring semester was definitely a lot harder for me, and a lot of that I contribute to just completely overworking myself. I got a job at a senior living home close to Clemson, and I was working there 3 to 4 times a week, and they were 8-hour shifts. So I worked second shift, which was from 2 to 10 p.m. and I really thought that I could handle it and fit it all in my schedule and do fine, which at first it was fairly manageable, but as my classes amped up and just all my other social obligations and clubs and things like that, it just got so overwhelming, and I realized that I really didn't like the work environment. No hate to the facility I worked at, I just don't think it was right for me. The management was a little bit disorganized, so that was really difficult for me, and also it was just overall kind of negative. I mean, it was always dark and dim. I was working during times that my friends were usually free, so I didn't really get to see my friends at all, and I did have a couple interactions that just really set me off and shook me up, and I don't think that resident assistants or nurses or anyone working in that type of facility should have to deal with violent interactions. So I decided to leave. I quit my job and don't plan on going back. I originally intended that to be my main source of patient care hours or PA school. As I've said before on this channel, PA school is very demanding when it comes to patient care hours and experience, and I would love to apply to school having over 1,000 hours, probably upwards of 2,000, but I'm not going to be getting them at that same facility. So I'm looking into some other options for my senior year. I'm going to be doing some volunteering and shadowing work this summer, but I'm also really just trying to take a step back and not pressure myself to constantly be doing stuff working towards PA school, if that makes sense. I'm very ambitious, I'm very driven, and I can fall into a loop of putting my work and my future before my present self. I have a tendency to sacrifice my present well-being and mental health for the sake of my future or for the sake of just speeding up the process. But I really want to be intentional about enjoying the process, enjoying the moment, and I really want to be able to enjoy my senior year and not be working all the time. So I'm looking into some jobs that would be a lot lower maintenance and less physically and emotionally demanding. And then I do plan on taking a full gap year before applying to PA school just to get my hours straight, make sure that I'm mentally well before going into PA school because it is very demanding and a lot of work, fast-paced program. So that's kind of where I'm at with my whole journey with that. I do think that it was a good experience for me to try and balance work and school and to be in that sort of environment. I did get just about 300 hours, which I think is really good, but it wasn't for me, and that's also okay. God, I am just so fidgety. So moving forward, I do have some goals for my senior year back at Clemson, and my main priority, and this is gonna sound bad, like this is probably not the mentality that most people should take, but I know it's what's right for me. I really want to prioritize my social life first going into senior year. Academics always come first for me, so that's like kind of out of the picture. Like I'm always gonna strive to do well in school and balance things with school, focus on my schoolwork, but I feel like spring semester I just didn't prioritize my relationships enough, and that is why I fell into such a dark place. So senior year, I really want it to be fun. I want to be involved in my sorority. I want to hang out with my friends all the time. I want to do cool stuff that I would never try before, be spontaneous, be adventurous. I really want to be able to look back on my senior year and be happy that I did everything I could to enjoy it the most. Okay, now that my little chat about my school is over, I kind of want to talk about my goals for the summer and just kind of things I'm going to be getting into and what you can expect to see on this channel. As I promise, I will be more consistent. I've got more time on my hands, so expect more videos, guys. I got you. This summer, I really want to get back into hobbies. I feel like lately I've been so addicted to my phone, so addicted to social media, just like quick forms of entertainment and not really like living. Yeah, not living. This past week and a half, I've kind of given myself some leeway on that because I really do think I needed some rest and not thinking about school, not thinking about being productive. I was just really burnt out. But I do really want to get back into like finding my more creative hobbies, trying new things, finding different ways to just slow down and be more present. I used to do really fun creative hobbies like journaling and painting. This picture wall behind me, I made all of high school, and then trying new forms of movement. Like I've been into rock climbing lately, which has been super fun. Just doing things offline. I do love posting on social media. I love sharing my life. I see it as kind of like a little virtual diary. I've also been consuming an excess amount of content, and that's led to a lot of comparison, not being present, fixating on other people's lives and how I can make mine better. So goal number one of this summer is to put the damn phone down because it's been bad lately. I also really want to get back into language learning. I started off the school year at Clemson with the goal of practicing my Spanish every day, and I fell off of that pretty quickly. That's because I didn't allow it to become a habit, and I didn't take the time and dedication to put time every day to study Spanish. So now that it's summer, I do have the time, and I'm gonna make the time to study Spanish. And finally, I am taking a couple of summer classes. We have 2 summer semesters through Clemson. So this first semester, I'm taking hematology and then a psychology class. And then the second semester, I'm taking evolutionary biology and another psychology class. I'm still a bio major and psychology minor. And while I didn't have to take these classes to graduate a year early, I really wanted to lighten up my load for next year just so that I had time to spend with my friends and not constantly be worrying about school. So those classes actually start up tomorrow. I think it'll provide some nice structure to my day. I plan on waking up in the morning, getting my schoolwork out of the way, going to the gym, and then having the rest of the day to spend with friends, or on some days I'll do some shadowing, things like that. I really want to keep it chill and not keep burning myself out because that did not end well. But yeah, overall I'm feeling quite a bit better than I did at the end of spring semester. I am still finding myself not being as present as I'd like to be. I do find myself getting in my head a little bit, but therapy has been helping a lot with that. I've just been trying to stick to a routine and just spending time with the people I love because I know that that is always what makes me feel the best. Okay, now that my little catch-up session is out of the way, I did want to answer some questions that you guys asked on my Instagram story. Okay, I got quite a few questions about tips for college slash freshman year tips. Honestly, go into freshman year with a completely open mind. I loved my freshman year. I thought it was so fun. And freshman year is meant to be the year that you kind of make mistakes, learn a lot, grow a lot, just kind of figuring out how to live on your own and starting to become an adult. I always say try to be friends with everyone, talk to everyone you meet, introduce yourself to as many people as you can, go out all the time, even if you don't drink, like just go out to meet people. I feel like all freshmen kind of go in with the same mentality of like, I need to find my friends. And you'll definitely have some friends that don't stick around forever, but I feel like it's always so great to practice making friends and building relationships and just forming a community in a new place, because it can be really easy to self-isolate and not reach out and be social. And that's usually when you find yourself not enjoying college. You need to have friends, you need to build yourself a support system. So join clubs, go out, get involved on campus. Don't be afraid of embarrassing yourself. Like, you're there to make memories, to learn, to screw up. That's what freshman year's for. Also, another tip for freshman year, save a lot more money than you think you'll need. I ran through money so quickly my freshman year, so save a little extra. And I plan on also making like a full video on tips for freshman year and some specifically for Clemson. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. I'll probably make it anyways. Yeah, really just go into freshman year with an open mind and try to be as social as possible. I got a question about plans for future holidays and travel. So I do have a small trip coming up. I'm going to St. Louis here pretty shortly with two of my best friends, and we're gonna go see Kendrick Lamar and SZA in concert. So I'm really excited for that. That's gonna be super fun. Then my next big trip that I have booked is gonna be next winter break, so around Christmas time. My family, my boyfriend and I are going to Thailand, which I have never been to Asia before, and I am so incredibly excited. But actually my uncle lives in Thailand, and he has for the past almost 10 years, I wanna say. And so he has a house there. He's lived there for so long, so he knows like all the local spots. So we're really gonna get like an insider view, and I'm really excited for that. I think it's gonna be awesome. One of my friends asked me what has been the best slash worst parts of your PPA journey. I kind of got into this before, but the worst is definitely like just the workload and having to get a ton of patient care hours and involvement on top of it. PA school has gotten so much more competitive over the past few years, and I just feel like I'm constantly not doing enough. So it's really hard to not pressure myself to do more and more and more and more. Classes are hard, work is hard, getting all the hours and volunteering and shadowing is hard. I know that it's gonna prepare me best to work in the healthcare environment. So even though it's very difficult and a lot of stress and pressure, I know that it's all gonna pay off. And then the best part is honestly the community of pre-PA students. I am actually gonna be vice president of the pre-PA club at Clemson next year. I'm super excited. I love this club. I love the girls in it. It's such a great community. We have like group chats and a group me and all these meetings where we learn so much about like the inside scoop on being a pre-PA and PA student. Like, we'll have speakers come in and talk about their experience and their journey. In the group chat, people will be like, oh, what's the best professor to take for this? Or where did you guys find jobs to get patient care hours? It's just a great support system. And when I was originally pre-med, like, no hate to pre-meds at all, love you guys, and I have so many friends that are pre-med, but it can be very toxic and very competitive, and people almost like gatekeep information so that they can apply as a better applicant, if that makes sense. I feel like with pre-PA girlies, like, everyone is very open about how they're getting involved and how they're doing better, and everyone just shares all the information because everyone wants everyone to succeed. So I love that. It's a great community. Someone else asked how it's going with my boyfriend. It's great. I mean, my boyfriend is my best friend. He supports me through everything, and he's actually gone right now in Greece. So I'm missing him a lot right now. But he is just so like worldly and experienced, and he has such a positive mindset with everything, and I truly aspire to be more like him. He is just an incredible person. We're coming up on 2.5 years? I don't know, honestly, we don't keep track. What is your favorite thing about Clemson? I mean, I could talk forever about Clemson. I love it. But overall, I think my favorite thing about the school is that it's a big school with a small school feel. There's a ton of Clemson students. It's a huge campus, lots of faculty, big sports school, but it's so easy to find like a small community feel. Like, the whole campus is walkable. You've got an itty bitty downtown. There's just like a bunch of little local spots and local things, traditions. It's just like the perfect mix of big school, small school. And then my favorite thing about being at Clemson is my best friends. My friend group is awesome, and even though I was really lacking in my participation last semester because I was kind of going through it, they supported me regardless. They're so fun to be around. I love hanging out with all of them. Like, seriously, I love my friends at Clemson. They mean the world to me, and we're all so different but also like the same. I don't know, we all have such different goals and we're all on different paths, but I feel like overall we just click, and I miss them, and I hope they come visit me here in North Carolina. Okay, someone else complimented my outfits and asked where I shop. Honestly, I kind of shop everywhere. I just totally cleaned out my closet and got rid of a bunch of stuff, but the main pieces that I kept are like quality good pieces that I know I wear all the time. For the most part, I live in activewear, and my number one recommendation every time is Lululemon. I've had my Lulu stuff for probably almost 6 years, a lot of it, and it is still in pristine condition. I've tried so many other activewear brands, and honestly, a lot of the times the price tag is the same as Lulu, but the quality isn't. So Lululemon is the best quality activewear. I literally live in the stuff. I work out almost every day, so you can trust me. I know good activewear. As for other clothes, I really try my best to shop sustainably. So I really like jeans from Madewell. They're super great quality, and I'm pretty sure you can also trade them in if you like grow out of them. I'm not sure, I might have to fact check that. American Eagle has been my tried and true for a long time. I don't really get my basics from there anymore, but I do have a lot of like accessories or sweatshirts or just kind of one-off pieces from there. Anthropology is super expensive, but they have great basics, so love them for that. Garage is great. And then honestly, I have a lot of tank tops and just basic tees and bodysuits that are really great for layering outfits, and those are all from Amazon. There's this brand called like Success. It's like a Skims dupe, but for a lot cheaper, and you can buy it in bulk, and honestly they're great. They're super comfortable and they last forever. Yeah, that's where a lot of my clothes come from. Well, I think that was quite enough yapping from me, but I feel like I just needed to make this to like update y'all on everything in my life, and I'm sorry again for not being consistent, but I really did need to take that time for myself. I am back and better than ever. Please comment down below what you'd like to see next. I'll probably film some like day in the life, week in the life, college advice type videos, because I know a lot of people are going into their freshman year of college now. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I have been trying to be active on my other social platforms as well, so go ahead and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I have both linked in the description, and I will see you guys so soon. Love you.